Hey everyone, welcome back to Budgeting with a Baby. This is Friday, October 29th, and I am going to show you my second paycheck breakdown. It's actually my third paycheck of October, but the second paycheck that I'm doing the cash budgeting. So I just wanted to go off on a little tangent for a minute. In my last couple of videos, I had talked about how I had some unexpected expenses pop up because my cat got sick. Well, friends, I'm here to tell you that even if you don't believe it, God provides. So I missed 3 days of work last week because my baby was also sick on top of my cat getting sick. Well, luckily, the week before that, I had picked up enough call and overtime hours that not only did that money make up for the 3 days of normal pay that I missed, it also gave me about an extra $300 to $400 bring home pay than I would have had I just worked my normal 40 hours. And then on top of that, I completely forgot about the sign-on bonus that I received when I started this job 1 year ago, the month of October. My 1 year anniversary was actually the 26th. So I got a $15,000 sign-on bonus, but they split it up into 3 different increments. You get the first one after, I think it was 3 or 6 months, the second one after a year, and then the third one after, I think it's 18 months. Well, my year is up and they are paying out that second $5,000 increment on this paycheck. So y'all, I am blessed. I thank God for providing me with this income. I am able to put aside money for Christmas, not only for my daughter, but for my nieces and nephew as well, and maybe even my parents. So I am also able to start putting aside money for their birthdays. I'm able to start putting money aside for savings, emergency fund. Because of this, I am able to just be comfortable for a little while. So I'm going to show you the breakdown of my paycheck right now. Okay, so I've already got this filled out. Again, it's the budget planner worksheet from Baddies and Budgets. Her site is amazing. Check her out if you haven't yet. So my paycheck, you can see here, was $1,604.95, and I'm actually only going to do $1,200 of it for my budget. And then my sign-on bonus was $3,041.96, and I'm only going to do $3,000 for the budgeting. And then this daycare reimbursement, my employer has a program, well, it's actually my employer's insurance, has a program where you get reimbursed for daycare. So I had sent in some forms last month, but my account reached zero, so they had to wait until I added another payment to that account to reimburse me. So it's pre-tax dollars that I'm actually paying back to myself, if that makes sense. But it's money set aside out of my check pre-tax to pay for daycare. So I pay daycare ahead of time. I fill out a form, submit it to my insurance company, and then they reimburse me the amount of the daycare. So that was $312.50, and I'm only going to account for $300 of it. So the total here is $49.59.41, but I'm only going to account for $4,500 in this budget this week, which leaves me about $460 extra in the bank, just in case. I mean, I've like I said, I'm going to build up my emergency fund and my savings, but that money's in there in case I want to go buy clothes. I need some new scrubs, actually. And then I need a new pair of work shoes, which is going to be at least $150 because I'm on my feet almost 10 to 12 hours a day, 5 days a week. So things like that. And then it gives me a nice cushion. I don't have to worry about my account going negative, anything like that. So let's get down to the breakdown. So here again are my bills. So remember last time I said rent per month is $808.34. So each paycheck I'm budgeting $404.17. So I did that for all of my bills. And then you'll see down here, credit one. I don't have a budget or an actual filled out yet. This is the credit card that I used when my cat got sick. So there's a total of almost $1,600 on that. I debated paying it off with this extra money, but I think I'm going to actually wait for my tax return to do that. And I'm just going to make the minimum payments for right now. That way, if I make payments on time, it'll slowly start to help build up my credit even more than it already has from me paying off all the other debts that I had. So these all added up are $13,1253, and then the actual that I'm going to take out for this paycheck is $656.28, and I'm rounding here. I'm not going to include cents for the most part. So I'm going to use $38.43 to continue, and from there I'm coming down here to my cash envelopes. So for gas, I'm going to do 100, groceries 100, and dining out I'm increasing to 100. Last time, I did 50. That's just not feasible for me. Don't come at me. I do DoorDash a lot. As a single parent to a baby, I don't cook. I know I'm going to need to learn because she's 7 months old and she's going to start eating food with me, and I cannot have her eating the way that I eat. So I need to start setting a better example. But for right now, with how much I'm working and her going to bed so early, I don't have time to cook. And honestly, I hate cooking. So I'm going to have to figure something out. I'm going to have to learn how to use a crock pot or something. So if y'all have any easy, healthy recipes, feel free to shoot them my way or tag me in the video. So anyway, that equals a nice even $300, which leaves me with $35.43. So from there, we're going to come up here. So other debt, PayPal. I thought I had paid this off when I took out my loan from my 401k, when I paid off all my other debts, but apparently there was a leftover balance of $203.20. So I'm going to pay that off with this paycheck, and I actually already sent that payment out. So $203.20 leaves me with a balance of $3,339.80. So I'm going to round that down to $3,339. And I'm going to come up here to my sinking funds. So for car maintenance, I'm going to budget 100. Last time I did 17. I still need that tire fixed. I've just been putting air in it whenever it gets low. I also want to get my windows tinted, and I want to get a remote start. The winters they're definitely more mild here where I live, but we can get some very cold days, and having a baby, it would be a good idea to have the car warmed up before I get her down there. Household, I'm going to do 100. So Katie Jo, I'm going to do 370, and 320 of it is for her daycare, and that is every 2 weeks. I pay $160 a week. The other 50 is her savings account. I actually have it automatically transferred from my checking into her savings account in the bank. So I think she's got $100 right now So this will bring it up to 150. I don't account for this when I take money out of my account because it already automatically just goes into her account. I do owe her money. I had started putting $50 every paycheck in there when I first got pregnant, and then I switched jobs and got behind on a paycheck because, that's pretty common when you switch jobs. So I had to borrow the money that I had put in savings for her. So I need to start slowly paying that back. So some of that 400 and some odd dollars that I have left over, I might put in her account. But I also was going to start doing that with my tax return as well, depending on how much that is. Next, so emergency, I'm really able to start beefing up. I have nothing in it right now. I'm going to put $500 in there. Katie Jo's birthday, it is in March. I'm going to do $25 right now. Easter, $5. Halloween, $5. This will go, Halloween will most likely just go for her costume. We'll likely go trick-or-treating and not hand out candy, so I don't have to budget for that or anything. She'll be 18 months. No, she'll actually be closer to 20, 21 months. Nope, 18 months. Yep, I was right. 18 months for Halloween next year. So I might carve a pumpkin, but we did not do that this year. I haven't fully decided. She would still definitely be way too young, obviously, to do it herself, but maybe we'll paint a pumpkin or something. But I have a year and a couple of days to figure that out. For Christmas this year, for Katie Jo, I've budgeted $200. She's only 7. She's going to be 9 months old for Christmas. I don't plan on going all out. She's not really going to be old enough to enjoy it and really grasp the concept of opening up presents. So I'm just going to budget that, and that's all I'm going to need for her, I think. If I need a little bit more, then I'll use a little bit more, but that's all I'm going to do. For pets, I'm going to set aside $500. That $1,500, $1,600 payment really was a wallop for me. So I need to make sure I beef up her envelope because, like I said, she is 15 years old. She is a diabetic, and she's not the healthiest. So I'm sure that money's going to be needed eventually. Vacation. So for Thanksgiving, Katie Jo and I are flying back to my home state. So I'm just going to do $92. And then surgery, also $92. I'm planning on hopefully having surgery next year. I want to do weight loss surgery. So I'm going to start saving up for the time that I'm off. I will be eligible for FMLA and short-term disability, as well as having some PTO for that. And plus my insurance, because I'm an employee of the hospital that I will have the surgery at, I think my insurance covers that almost 100%. If not, I think it's 90 or 10 or 80, 20, something like that. But anyway, so I'm going to start adding to this, and that'll go towards that premium as well as for my time off. I'm not going to do anything in medical or miscellaneous for right now. I should start saving for student loan repayments. Those are coming due starting in February, but I don't know how much my payment's going to be yet. I had submitted some documents actually today to hopefully get on a lower payment plan because I now am a single parent, and my income actually has gone down from last year. So we'll see where that happens. Savings, I'm going to do $250. I plan to have a month's worth of all bills, groceries, and gas in here. just to be safe. And then 3 to 6 months savings, I'm going to do $500. So obviously, whatever savings ends up being, I'm going to have 3 to 6 times as much in this envelope. Other debt, not going to do anything right now. Birthdays, like I said, I have 4 nieces and a nephew. I have parents, I have siblings. I'm going to do $100 for right now. The next birthday coming up is my niece's birthday in January. Technically, it's my brother's in December, but we usually don't do gifts for each other. Sometimes we'll do a card, but it's usually just a funny meme or a GIF, whatever, through text, because my brother's kind of a smart aleck. And then Christmas, for all the above mentioned people, I'm doing $500. I will probably need to add more to that, with 4 nieces and a nephew, 2 sets of parents, and then siblings. That $500 is not going to go very far, but that's all right. I will get something figured out, and it'll work either way. So again, we started with $3,339. Our total comes to $3,339, and that brings us to a zero balance. Again, like I said, the difference up here is almost $460, so there's still that cushion in my account, but some of that will get used like I explained. So next, I'm going to go pull the money out of my account, and I will be back with a cash stuffing video, as well as I forget what it's called. Anyway, I'm going to take the money out of the cash envelopes that I didn't spend from last week and put the new stuff in there. So stay tuned for my next video. That should be coming in the next couple of days. All right, y'all, if you stayed with me through this entire time, I greatly appreciate it. Please like, follow, comment, subscribe. You know, I love talking with everybody, so drop me a line. All right, bye.